All right, so I want to do a couple of more practice problems using method one. All right, so here we have our skeletal equation. It is not balanced. Okay, we're going to start with our inventory. So here we go. RP. R is for reactants. P is for products. So we have aluminum and we have oxygen. So I'm going to count to see how many aluminum atoms I have over here. There's one. And then I have two aluminum atoms on the other side. There's two oxygens here, and there's three oxygens over here. All right, so when I look at this, there's nothing here that's balanced. Now, one of the things that I can do is I am going to add, but I got to pay attention. I cannot add O by itself. You see how this is O2? So that means I have to add the O2. I can't just take off the 2. I can't change a subscript in order to balance an equation. So this can't become O3. Okay, this is oxygen gas, not ozone gas, and ozone is O3. But what I can do is pay attention to this 2-3 combo here. And I think to myself, well, what is it that those two numbers, what multiple do they have in common? And that is 6. And let me show you what I'm talking about. If I add another Al2O3, I now have 6 O's, right? I have 6 O's. I have 4 aluminums, okay? Well, if I look at this, O2, so now I have, this is 2 O's. If I add another O2, that's 4 O's. And if I add another O2, that's 6 O's. Okay, so now my O's are balanced. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. Not quite. Your oxygens are balanced, but your aluminums are not. You now have 4 on the product side, but only 1 on the reactant side. So you need to add 3 more of these. And this is Al, not Ai. All right, and so now you are completely balanced. Okay, so add this up and see what you got. You got Al plus O2 yields Al2O3. All right, so let's look and see how many we have. There's 4 Als, 3 O2s, and 2 Al2O3. 4, 3, 2 cannot be simplified any further. This equation is now balanced. All right, let's look at one more practice problem. All right, PbSO4 yields PbSO3 plus O2. Always start with our inventory. Reactants, products, okay, Pb. Now, if I look at this, my SO4 does not continue on the product side. It's actually SO3. So I'm going to break down and put S and O. All right. So there's 1 Pb, 1 Pb, 1 S, 1 S, 4 O's, 3 plus 2, which is 5 O's. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is where the problem lies. All right, and so let's see what we need to do. All right, if I go through and I add another PbSO4, all right, let me stop and see what that does to my numbers. There are now 2 Pb's, 2 S's, and 4 plus 4, which is 8 O's. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. Then I go over here and I'm like, okay, well, now if I have 2 PBs here and I have 1 here, let me add another PbSO3. Okay, and I'm going to stop and see what that does to my numbers. 2 PBs, 2 S's, 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus the 2 over here, 8 O's. All right. So now I'm like, okay, it's balanced. So let's see what my coefficients will be. So I got PB SO4 yields PB SO3 plus O2. All right. So how many PbSO4s do you have? You have 2. How many PbSO3s? 2. And then there's just one O2. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1 are your coefficients to balance this equation. All right. So if this was helpful, let me know by liking the video and subscribing. If you have any questions, you can comment below.